Hi, I'm Dr. Taryn P. Lupo, and stick with me because I'm going to teach you all there is to know about beginning treasure hunting. So I wanted to learn all about metal detecting. And I took my metal detector out in the yard, tried to find some things. Oh, what's this? What's this? What could we have found? It's a sheet of silver bars. Okay, so I might have staged that, but you can actually find some pretty good treasure hunting. I'm going to take you to the treasure hunting show where I have an interview with the guy that wrote this book.
My name is Tom Bunce. I have written a book called Finders, Secrets of Success. I interviewed 100 people throughout the United States, Canada, Hawaii, Mexico, and they told their story of how they go about metal detecting, the methods they use to be successful. They generally don't tell you where they've found their treasures, but they will tell you how they did it. And this book is full of those tips that'll make you a better detectorist. If you're interested in metal detecting, the best thing that you can do is to look a metal detecting club up, look up on the web, talk to people in the community, find a club to join. The people in the club are experts in this field and can very quickly bring you up the learning curve, particularly on what to buy, how much do you have as a budget to spend, will help them put you in the right equipment for the right purpose. A new piece of equipment, typically $300 can get you in for a new piece of equipment that's very, very, very good to start with. You can go up to $2,000. And as you go up in the equipment, the cost of equipment tells you more and more about the target that you're trying to find. For example, if you want to just look for coins in a ballpark or in a schoolyard, then you need maybe a $300 detector. If you're looking for gold or something more precious that's deeper in the ground, you may have to spend $1,200 or $1,500 to find it. But generally, a newbie getting in, I would suggest no more than $300. Make sure you like the hobby before you go and invest a lot of money in it. When I started out with a $300 unit, and as I found enough treasure that would warrant it, I went up to another level of equipment. That's what I suggest. There's two areas that will probably bring you instant success. I started out at a beach. You want to ask permission of the beach, make sure it's a public beach, but you're going to find coins, maybe some jewelry if you're really lucky, but you're going to find something that will bring your appetite to find more and more. High schools, ballparks, never detect inside the ballpark, but around the edges of a ballpark, you're going to find coins very easily. It'll give you more experience to find more and more, deeper and deeper. One of the things that I suggest strongly is if you're a newbie, is you go and you present yourself at the person's home or to a ranger at a park and say who you are and what you're going to do. You have to explain to these people that you're not going to damage their property, that you're going to dig for coins or whatever is there, and you're going to treat the property as if it's your own. Well, a very good question is, well, what's in it for me, as most landowners may be asking you? Well, at times they don't care. They want to see what you found. Many times you can say, well, whatever I find, I'll split with you. So you work some kind of a barter arrangement, but do that before you start detecting, because after you found a valuable item, it's not the time to negotiate. So I have found it, I would say that my percentage of getting permission to hunt a property is probably 7 or 8 out of 10, because I go up and tell them who I am, why I'm there. We talk about the negotiation up front, and the most important thing is I give them a release of liability document, so that if I get hurt on their property, that's on my responsibility, not on theirs. So that's worked very, very well for me. There's as many varieties of equipment as you can imagine. There's probably 5 or 6 major manufacturers that make a simple detector that will allow you to find gold and silver coins at a depth of about 3 to 6 inches. Then if you want to go underwater, that's a specialized piece of equipment, and an underwater piece of equipment, metal detector, will cost you between $600 and $1,200. But then again, if you go to the ocean or you go to a beach, you're going to find more gold rings, more gold chains. So this will increase the value of your finds if you're going to go underwater. I go underwater in freshwater beaches and the ocean, and I've been very successful in doing so. My piece of equipment costs about $1,200. My land piece of equipment is $600. But my land piece of equipment, I found an immense number of old coins. In fact, I have a shoebox full of just old silver coins that I found with an instrument that cost $600. You can do the same today with the new technology with a $300 piece of equipment. So I encourage you to determine what it is that you want to detect, how much time you're going to put into it, and then pick your piece of equipment accordingly. But again, if you join a club, there'll be members of the club who will provide an immense amount of information for you. The web and YouTube is a great source of how to detect and what type of equipment to buy. So I encourage you to use the web for a lot of your research. There's many sources to buy the equipment. You can go to the large box manufacturers. There are two very big ones, Kelly Co., metaldetector.com. There's a lot of people who are very high volume producers. Don't always go for the cheapest price. A lot of your local people, streeters in New Hampshire is a good place to go because he gives you a wealth of knowledge and individual attention as well as sell you the equipment. So depends. If you're shopping price and price alone is important to you, you may want to go to the big box store. If you want information, techniques, and where to go, I would go to the independent dealers. A lot of equipment will adjust today for the mineralization in the soil, particularly on beaches that have black sand. It's going to be a high mineralized soil. So you want a detector that can null out that mineralization so you can find the target. In some land areas, there's high mineralization too. You may want to null that out. But by and large, if you're going to be searching on land, you're not going to worry about the mineralization. If you're going into this hobby with the idea that you're going to make a living at it, there's very few and far between people who've made a living at it. If you're going in it to enjoy it, to be outside, to pick up a nice collection of artifacts that denote some of the history of the area, or you're out to pick up clad coins to have extra change in your pocket, that's the right mentality to go about the hobby. But to make a living at it, that's a reach. Buy used equipment. I would not buy used equipment just to go on eBay or to go onto a local market. I would probably go through a club member and buy a piece of equipment from a club member. You have to face him at the next meeting, so chances are he's going to sell you a good piece of gear and train you, even more importantly, on how to use it effectively.
Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. Also, give this a thumbs up, a like, a share, or if you have something to add, remember to comment below. Thanks. Also, don't forget to stop by terranlupo.com. I have up videos that you can't see anywhere else. Currently, I have one on carnivorous plants and also how to make your own mead. All you have to do is go over and sign